All right, YouTube, what is going on? It is Zaya here from Zaya&TheSteelers back with another video. And in today's video, we are going to be reacting to the Steelers win over the Denver Broncos in week 2. So if you guys are Steelers fans or you enjoy NFL content in general, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Shout out to the people who have subscribed already. And shout out to the future subscribers, man. Also, let's get a shout out to the members. If you guys would like to support me and this channel more, be sure to hit that join button down in the description. And it is September 15th, 2024, ladies and gentlemen. It is week 2. And the Pittsburgh Steelers finally scored a touchdown in a game. It happened in the first quarter, and I know what you're thinking, man, we kept this rolling. We kept it going for the rest of the game. But no, we scored one touchdown in the first quarter, and that was it. And that's all it took because the defense, man, like I've talked about, this defense is literally unstoppable, man. This defense is the best defense since latex. This defense is the best defense since Trojan. This defense is the best defense since, I don't even know, since the 1970s, man. You look at the Steel Curtain. I wasn't around to see them, but I'm around to see this defense now. And it's hard for me to believe it can get any better. So, I mean, we had Denver absolutely rattled today. There was nothing to talk about. This game was kind of boring. It was reliant on us to do something on offense for anything to happen because we knew on the defensive side of the ball, Bo Nix, you know, he wasn't doing anything, man. Cameron Sutton, he wasn't doing anything, man. Who else do they have on their team? I don't even know at this point, but they weren't doing anything, man. So here we go. We have a play right here. This was the only touchdown of the game. And something I've continuously talked about over and over and over again. We got to get Darnell Washington the ball in the red zone. And you can see it worked out beautifully. It worked out exactly how it was supposed to. I don't know how we went a whole season last year without figuring out, hey, let's throw the ball to Darnell Washington. But we're in week 2. It's very early in the game. First quarter, we pulled it out, man. And of course, you know, I didn't bet on the anytime Darnell Washington touchdown, of course, this time. And you can see, too, he's even lined up out wide. I was always thinking, you know, some type of play action pass would get this off, some kind of reverse trickery kind of shit, especially with Arthur Smith being our offensive coordinator. You would think that would be right in his playbook. But, you know, we just put Darnell Washington on the outside, and you can see these corners are too little, man. These safeties are too little, man. These linebackers, they're too slow. There is no good matchup for Darnell Washington, and this can have literally every single time we get to the red zone, we can get this play off, and I bet we will get a touchdown from it. And so that's what happened very early on in the game. I was excited. I was expecting more touchdowns to come. And it didn't happen. You know, we were Chris Boswell merchants again, low key. Chris Boswell, man, I got the jersey back here. He is the greatest Steeler probably ever. He saved us again. But our defense, like I said, we gave up 6 points for the entire game. 7 beat 6. So even if Boswell didn't come out here and play, we still would have won 7-6. What else do we have? We have we have some George Pickens highlights here. But it is kind of predicated on something else. So you can see Justin Fields, he's going to roll out. He is going to find George Pickens. He's going to roll out. He's going to find George Pickens deep here. And there's a flag. You see the flag, and it's okay, you know, maybe it'll be offsetting. But George Pickens, man, how the hell did he catch this ball? How did Justin Fields even get the ball to him? This is excellent coverage by Pat Surtain. I won't lie. Pat Surtain, boy, did he have a tough day guarding George Pickens today. Oh, my gosh. This dude had to get a pass interference every single play because George Pickens was dusting the guy, man. That's very tough. And I wanted Pat Surtain. He should be a Steeler right now, but unfortunately, he's over here rotting on the Denver Broncos. But yeah, so Justin Fields, he hits this crazy pass, and Broderick Jones was holding on the play. And low-key, this same drive, Broderick Jones had 6 flags, bro, and he got benched. He got benched, man, and you know who came in? Big Dan Moore came in the game. And I don't want to make too much of this situation. It was some bad snaps of football for Broderick Jones for sure. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? It's week 2 and year 2 of Broderick Jones. We've been putting him here. We've been putting him there. We haven't really given him a chance to develop in the right position. So, you know, I don't want to go too hard on Mr. Broderick Jones, but boy, oh boy, did he wipe away a few plays today. That was game-changing damn near. We're up 7-0. We're about to get the ball. Where is this? At the 12 or something? We are in the red zone again. We were looking good you know what I'm saying, the early part of the game. I bet we score this touchdown, man. There was another play, too, where we had a George Pickens touchdown, and that one got wiped away by Van Jefferson Hold. These flags today absolutely killed us. That's the story of the game. It was a bunch of flags. It was our defense being really good, and then the offense, you know, just kind of being whatever, I guess. The running game, I thought, looked okay, but once again, it just, you know, 13 points. It's hard for me to really come on here and pronounce the Steelers as Super Bowl favorites, although, you know, I do believe we're being kind of slept on as we're now 2-0, still top of the AFC North. I do still believe we're being slept on it, but it's just predicated on the fact that like this offense finally gets it going. Because this defense, man, like I keep saying it, but this defense is going to bring us there. This defense, you put this defense on any other team with any other offensive situation, and you would look at them like a Super Bowl team. If the Chiefs had our defense, they would literally be on their 7th championship in a row right now, but instead they're on their 2nd because they have a Mickey Mouse defense. And they might have lost to the Bengals. I'm not sure how that game went. But yeah, Broderick Jones definitely had a tough few snaps in a row. Our offense definitely had a tough few snaps in a row. The refs were on us all game. There was a few drives even later. Like this is in the 2nd quarter, but there was a few drives even later towards the end of the game where it was just like play flag, play flag, play flag. And like my girlfriend, she's trying to figure out what's going on. I'm trying to explain, man, I hate this shit too. The refs, they're trying to take over the game. Like this happened continuously this week. And I don't know. We ended up winning the game, and so I'm not as frustrated as I should be about this because it's been years since this offense has done some shit, and we're in a different era, new quarterback, new offensive coordinator. I'm trying to be patient. I'm trying to look at the positives because there definitely are positives, but I am running out of patience, man. We really need to get this offensive shit going because we're not going to be facing teams like the Denver Broncos always. Like, and granted, Broncos fans, you guys out there, you guys were talking a lot of shit about Russell Wilson this offseason period. You didn't get to face Russell Wilson. You faced a worse quarterback in Justin Fields. That's what they said. And what did you guys do? You put up 2 field goals. You had plenty of fans out there. You guys were selling those freaking Mickey Mouse terrible towels to what? Do 2 field goals and that's it? That is tough, man. That is absolutely tough. And so all the shit you talked this offseason, oh, Russell Wilson, he's overrated. We're happy to be rid of him. You know what I'm saying? You guys are off to a great start for your rebuild because you are now 0-2 and you couldn't even score a touchdown today. Like I know that like the Steelers, we don't score touchdowns because of like we are just ass, right? Like our offense it's just not in the playbook to score touchdowns, right? But the Denver Broncos, they didn't score a touchdown because they got absolutely dominated by TJ Watt, because they got absolutely dominated by Deshaun Elliott, because they got absolutely dominated by players like Corey Trice. Where is this play by Corey Trice, man? Do I have it up? Because they got absolutely dominated by players like Corey Trice. And of course, I don't have the interception up, but Corey Trice did get a pick. And it's very cool to see him get a pick because it's like, this is a guy who tore his ACL. This is a guy who was like in the training camp storylines. He's someone who was undrafted. We've been following him here on Zaya&TheSteelers. And he ended up getting the interception. So, like they got dominated by Corey Trice today. That is the story of the Denver Broncos. And I have this tweet up here. It says Fields' best play is being wiped off the board, and he'll be critiqued. And he'll be critiqued for not making big plays, right? Because that's what everybody's gonna do. They're gonna look at the box score and they're gonna be like, oh, Justin Fields, he's still mid, 1 touchdown, however many yards. Like, it's okay, I guess. Like, right? But if they didn't watch the game, because if you watched, Justin Fields made plays when they needed to be made, and there was a lot of flags. Like I said, there was definitely a lot of flags. There's also too, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, because it's positive. We're 2-0, right? So I don't want to be negative. However, there are some head scratchers sometimes that Arthur Smith be calling. Like I get the Justin Fields designed runs, it's cool, but sometimes when he's freelancing out there, when he is like just running like as the second option, like it's actually a pass, but then he takes off. Those seem to work way better than when it's like, okay, Justin Fields, now you run. Because when it's Justin Fields, now you run, I swear to God, it goes nowhere, man. It goes absolutely nowhere. And so that's a little frustrating. But, we just got to hope. Hopefully the offense will come. Hopefully the touchdowns will come. But besides that, like, you know what I'm saying? This defense, you're just the absolute best. TJ Watt got a sack today, and like he didn't even touch Bo Nix. Look at this play right here. So TJ Watt literally, he doesn't even touch Bo Nix, but just the fact of his aura, his sheer ability, his sheer, you know what I'm saying? Like just because of that, just because he's a Watt, just because he's a Pittsburgh Steeler, he gets a sack without even touching Bo Nix. This is what I'm talking about. This is like how good our defense is, and then the offense comes on the field and it's like 1 touchdown in the first quarter, 2 Boswell field goals, and that's it. This game, it was a tough watch. I'll be real, it was a tough watch, and I had to bootleg it allegedly, and I had to battle pop-ups all day allegedly. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely a little bit to watch the Pittsburgh Steelers today, but we still went out and did it, and I'm glad we did because now we are 2-0, still at the top of the AFC North, and exactly where we should be. I don't know how the rest of the season is going to go. I do not know how we're going to finish, but as you know, besides it being Justin Fields and not Russell Wilson, other than that, everything is going according to plan. The only other thing too that is kind of weird, and like I said, I didn't want to make something out of nothing. But Broderick Jones, man, getting benched for Dan Moore in the middle of the game, That's a little tough. That's definitely concerning. Not to say, he is without, or not to say the Steelers are without fault, because we've been putting him in the wrong position over and over and over and over and over again. Like, we're here, you're our right tackle, now you're our left tackle, but guess what? You're back on the right side. Now we need you at the left side. Like, we've done this over. So the fact that he hasn't, mind you, he hasn't even like really been the starter too. Like, he's been at least listed. I want to say he's been like the listed backup left tackle. He can start at right tackle because Troy Fautanu's hurt, but as the left tackle, he's been the backup. And so the fact that he gets out there and he's not exactly on the same page as everybody else, it makes sense. However, we just don't care about the context, man, especially when you wiped away 2 George Pickens plays, and like, we love George Pickens and Justin Fields. Like, when you wipe away those plays with that, like, people are going to boo, people are going to be upset. And he ended up getting benched, like I said. And so we will just, you know what I'm saying? I'm still all in on Broderick Jones. We took him way too high to just be like, oh, he's done and Dan Moore is better. We took him way too high for that. We just got to give him a chance, give him some patience, and finally just commit to him at that left tackle spot. The fact that he got benched and taken out kind of further drives in this point of not getting consistent playing time, not getting consistent usage at that left tackle position, because it was like, oh, I'm in for a little bit, now I'm out again. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's taking it away from that, and I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to hope for when it comes to Broderick Jones. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just hoping when he is out there, when he's playing, he progresses, he gets better, and we give him a chance to actually be our left tackle, because otherwise, Big Dan Moore, he's coming for that shit. Dan Moore loves being our left tackle. He also got a penalty too. I forget if I mentioned that, but yeah, Dan Moore got a holding that wiped away some calls, or that wiped away some yards. So, it is. We'll never get good at the tackle position, guys. I've accepted that. I've accepted our fate. But other than that, otherwise, our defense is number 1. Justin Fields is looking good. Our offense finally scored a touchdown. Now we got to get at least 2 next game against the Chargers. And I feel good about the Chargers game too. Like, I felt good about I felt good about Atlanta, and we were underdogs in that game, but I felt good about Atlanta. I felt good about Denver. We won that game. And I kind of feel good about the Chargers. Justin Herbert playing all right. Quentin Johnston for them, he's kind of reemerging. They have a running back too who's kind of reemerging. I can't think of his name. I think it's J.K. Dobbins. He's like playing well. We'll see. But right now, man, with the way this defense is playing, I got us against the Kansas City Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? I got us against the best. I got us against the 49ers. Run that shit back, San Francisco. You guys just lost to Sam Darnold, San Francisco. That's pretty much Kenny Pickett, and so I'm just waiting. It's only week 2. We are going to further stack these W's. We are going to further push this agenda. And the Pittsburgh Steelers, as of right now, are undefeated, and I couldn't be happier. So I think I am going to end the video there. Like I said, it's fucking 13-6, guys. You guys are lucky you got 10 minutes out of me out of this. Like a very boring game, but definitely some positives to take away. This defense is the GOAT, and Darnell Washington, he got a touchdown, so I'm happy with that. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here, as I said. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. I make videos about the Steelers all the time, so if you think that's something you would enjoy, be sure to check out the channel. Anyways, this has been Zaya from Zaya and the Steelers, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.